I learned a lot about myself in the 6 sessions of solitude, and you'll see there's a recurring theme in each session I had with him. In the first session, God spent some time reminding me that I'm safe with him. He showed me when my ex-husband decided to leave me, I stopped believing that he's good. I blindly trusted him, but after that, I always assumed that there was a catch. Like I'm always waiting for the boom or the hammer to drop, and I just don't think good things happen without strings attached. He talked to me about disappointment, and I got real and honest with him and told him that it hurt me when he didn't warn me that my ex would leave me. During that time, I was still talking to God and asking him questions, and I felt he could have warned me that that was going to happen, but he didn't. I also expected him to heal my 7-year-old brother Jesse when he was in the hospital, and when he didn't, I of course was disappointed. There were a few things like this that I expected he would come through on and didn't, and so it left me very heartbroken. And I still serve God and love him, but I only trusted him with half my heart because of it. But he showed me my real problem is I don't believe he's good. I let experience and feelings tell me if he's good, so if something bad happens, I come to the conclusion he's not good, and if something good happens, I come to the conclusion he's good that day. I asked him, what promise or reassurance do I have that my future husband will not leave me if I get married again? And he told me, character. If my husband has good character before he meets me, he'll have good character after he meets me. At the time of my second session, I realized I'd been mad at my brother lately and I didn't really know why. God showed me a picture of a chalkboard and I had a list of all my father needs on it, and apparently I was measuring my brother by this list. I needed my brother to want to spend time with me, to want to give me attention, to want to talk to me, to want to see how I'm doing, and each time that he didn't, I held it against him. I heard God say, if you're always measuring your brother by this list, you'll never appreciate what he does do for you. But that left me not knowing, what do I do when these father needs come up in my heart? He started to ask me, Sheila, what sustains you? And so I looked up verses in the Bible about him sustaining me, and I found Psalm 55:22 that says, cast your cares on the Lord, and he will sustain you. He will never let the righteous be shaken. He showed me I have a part, and then he has a part. If I cast, then he will sustain. And he showed me I don't really actually give him things. I hold them onto myself thinking I'm the one that needs to take care of them, and he showed me I need to give them away to him. In session 3, I was a mess because this thing had been building up in my heart that said, if no one pursues me, then I'm not worth pursuing. And it's been a long time since a man has pursued me, and so God brought up this lie in my heart. My father never really spent time pursuing me or getting to know me, and so it left me feeling worthless. But in this session, God showed me the truth. Men pursuing me or not pursuing me has nothing to do with my worth. The next session was very similar. He showed me I have this need that I've been trying to fill, or I think will fill, by a husband alone. I had this need in my heart to be pursued, and I thought the only way that this can be satisfied is by a husband alone. And God had me give that need up to him to satisfy. In the next session, God was bringing up and showing me the things that I really believe about myself that make it hard to love me. He had had me write them all down, and then he wanted me to ask him which of these are true. So I wrote down high maintenance and hard to please and demanding, but mostly that I'm negative and hard to love. And so I asked him, which of these are true? And when I got frustrated when I heard nothing but silence, because I thought he wasn't listening to me, surely he would have told me one of these would definitely be circle. But he actually told me, Sheila, these are symptoms. These are not part of your identity. He said to me, these are symptoms of something much deeper. You don't like yourself. He said the reason you don't like yourself is because you've never really forgiven yourself. When I got divorced 10 years ago, I felt like I should have known better. So I had to forgive myself and let myself off the hook. In the last session, he told me it's not enough to just forgive yourself. You also need to affirm yourself. And he showed me you can't wait until your feelings line up with truth. You have to continue to say truth out loud every day about yourself and make your feelings line up with it. So I ended it with declaring that I'm worthy of being unconditionally loved. I'm thankful for these 6 sessions because he took me really deep and showed me what I think I'm worth, and then showed me what I actually am worth.